Hello everyone, my name is Clarissa and today I decided to do a little video on this bag here. This is the Sorev Maestra bag and I bought it about a year ago. When I first looked into the brand and all their bags, I found quite a few reviews on them already, but most of them seem to have been affiliated with the brand in one way or another. So I decided that my purchase might be the perfect opportunity for me to give more of an independent review than what some others may be like. Now, for those of you who have not already seen this bag, it appeared all over social media during the last year and is mainly marketed towards working millennial women, as they advertise it to be incredibly versatile and handy. And most of that is due to its adjustable back straps that you can see here. This bag can be worn as a backpack, but one can also extend the strap and wear it across the shoulder or as a crossbody bag. So with that in mind, I'll just talk about all the features of the bag and how I've come to use them, what I like, what I dislike, and also some pros and cons that you may want to consider before investing in this bag, because after all, the company targets more of a luxury market, and that is with bags like this starting at about $900. So one really wants to consider what they buy, especially if it should accompany them throughout the workday and on trips. So this really needs to hold up. Now this is the front of the bag with their signature belt closure. You can already tell that the belt is curling up a bit, but I have to say I cannot see any cracks along the leather facing or anything like that, so it still holds up pretty well, and I've managed to curl it inwards a couple of times, so to me that is not a flaw. Now here we just have the side view. You can recognize the logo here and also a little tag to hold it when using the zipper. And this is the bag I've already showed you. We have a little handle here and then the convertible back straps, which just seamlessly transition from one style to another. There's also another way of further adjusting the straps to match your needs. This is about the same belt system. Do we get some focus here? This is about this same belt system as we have on the front, with the little holes here and then a small metal thorn to push through it. What comes in really handy is the little pocket here on the back. This is great for putting your passport in, your wallet, or just your phone. It is quite secure with it being on your back, so you don't have to worry about somebody going in there and taking your phone, despite it being not closed with a zipper or anything. And last but not least, here's a view of the bottom of the bag. You can tell that I didn't quite remove the blue foil it came with, because I don't really put this down outside, so I honestly didn't worry about pollution. I knew it would, if it were to come off, which it already did here, it would be inside. Now in order to open it, we simply push the clasp back and pull the belt out. On the inside there's another zipper that is fastened left and right with a pressure button, and it just opens really smoothly. It is quite a sturdy material, so I really like it. And then we get a view of the inside of the bag. I looked it up yesterday what the material was, and it seems to be some, I think they advertise it as a micro suede, so it does seem to be leather, but it is very smooth, very soft, and it really doesn't catch dirt as easily. So on the inside we have a laptop compartment in the back that can hold up to a 13-inch laptop. If you have a larger laptop, it can still fit up to 15 inches in the main compartment. Now there's 3 smaller compartments attached to the laptop compartment that I personally like to use for cosmetics, then pens, and my charger and any cables or headphones that I carry with me. On this side there's also a little belt inside with a small carabiner for you to attach your keys, for example, so you always have them at hand. Now on the front side of the bag we can find a little zipper pocket that I personally like to use for all the items I don't want floating around in my bag for everyone to see when I open it. Then we have another 3 little compartments for storage. I personally like to use this one for my wallet and my passport, and here we have one that is a bit more rounded, which I like to put my mouthwash or perfume bottles in. So now I'm talking about some of my personal experiences with the bag and also some downsides that you may want to consider before purchasing. As one can imagine, this closure is quite a hassle to open every time you want to pay for something in a shop. So a solution that I found to come in quite handy is opening it all the way and then putting this little cover inside and closing the belt straps again, because this way I can access my wallet and my phone while keeping the whole mechanism closed and not having to undo it all of the time. Of course, this is a lot less safe if you're on public transport, and whenever I'm outside, I do try to always close it fully, just so that no one can slip their hand in my bag and steal something or put something in there. Now, another issue I have with the bag, except for the closure, is the weight distribution. One can tell that with all the straps attached to the back side of the bag, the weight simply is not supported at the center, so the bag tends to tilt a little bit to make up for that, and it gets quite annoying when I use it across my shoulder and the bag just bounces against my hips like that. A solution to this is wearing it as a backpack or possibly wearing it as a crossbody bag, but personally I've become a huge fan of wearing it as a backpack, so this has become my go-to option, and I think it's just a lot better for your back, and also it leaves your hands free, like completely free. You do not have to worry about hunching or constantly pulling your shoulder up like this to support it. It is really, really great. Now, who I would not recommend this bag for is people who are simply looking for something to put their belongings in when carrying them to their car or something like that, simply because the closure and also the issues with the weight distributions make this way too much of a hassle for such short distances. It really pays off when you're covering longer distances on your commute, or if you want the extra security of the double closure because you're out a lot. But if it's really just for carrying stuff to your car, I would not recommend this. So I hope this video was helpful to you. As I said before, I'm not affiliated with the brand in any ways. I just wanted to provide my experiences with this bag in case you're looking for some non-sponsored reviews, as I was during the time of my purchase. I do not regret this. I've grown to love this bag a lot, but there are some features that may have a negative impact on how you carry or what you can use this bag for. So thanks a lot and see you soon.